Hello everyone, welcome back to Abdo channel. In the last video, we talked about the different primitive data types like integer, float, character, and Boolean data types that are available inbuilt with the Java programming language. In today's video, we will be starting with the non-primitive data types or the user-defined data types. Under this category, the class user-defined data type, which we covered it already. So we are starting with the string type in today's video. Okay. So in order to provide more details on the string type that is available in Java, I am planning to separate the tutorial into 3 or 4 parts of the videos. And this is the first video in that series. So this is the total agenda to cover all the string related topics uh, in Java. So in today's video, we will be covering the first 4 topics. What is a string? How to create a string? What is the difference between different ways of creating a string? What is string interning? All these 4 topics we will be covering in today's video, and we will be covering the remaining topics in the next further videos. Okay, that's all about the agenda. So let me start with the first topic. What is a string? We know that character data type or the char data type we have, right, in Java programming language to store a single character in Unicode format. But what if we want to store multiple characters or the group of characters? Because most of the applications will be using the data type like a group of characters, right? So group of characters are called as strings. So what is the data type available to store the group of characters in Java? In languages like C and C++, if you want to store the group of characters, we used to use character array because char is having single character. If you have the array of characters, then it will be treated as character array or a string, right? So in languages like C and C++, we used to have uh, character array, but as the string data is common in the applications nowadays, right? So Java, when it was designed initially, Java has come up with the separate data type to store the group of characters. Like we have the int data type to store numbers, float data type to store decimal numbers, char data type to store a character, right? Similarly, string is a data type in Java to store group of characters. Having said that, string is a class that is available in java.lang package. If you see, let me open my browser. So string is a class. It's not only a primitive data type, it's a class that is available in java.lang package. So it's not only a data type. Okay, string is a class that is available in java.lang package. So rather than calling it as data type, we can call it as a user defined data type because we have a class available here, right? So that is the concept of what is a string. Okay, string is used to store group of characters and it is present in the java.lang package. It is a class. It is a user defined class, user defined data type. Okay, let us go how to create a string. Okay, for that let me, yeah, I have created this sample class string test. I have not done anything. I just written main method. Okay, and if you want to create a string data type, you just have to use like this: string str is equal to, similar to what how we created the integer or float data type values, right? Similar to that, we can use the create a string like the string str. You can give the any name, the variable name, and you can store any string of length. Okay, string str is equal to appdef. If you print this, let me print this. Okay, I have to use semicolon here. See, so it is printing, right? It is printing the output, the string contents. So this is one way to create a string in Java by using an assignment operator. Okay, there is another way. Okay, string str is equal to new string of appdev. Okay, this is another way of creating a string using new keyword. Okay, string str is equal. It is like it is a class, right? String is also similar to another class where if you want to create an object to a class, then we have to use the new keyword, right? Similar to that, we can use the new keyword to create a string class to create an object to the string class as well. So it is creating an object here. Okay, string str is equal to new string of appdef. Let me compile this and let me print this. Okay, so this is another, it is also printing it, right? So this is second way of creating a string object in Java. There is another way. We know that character stores a single character, right? Char c is equal to a. Suppose if you want to store multiple characters, then in a we can use an array, right? Like this, you can declare the array of characters. Okay, and you can give it the array declaration like this. And if you print str c, now what will happen, we'll see. Okay, we have to use, okay, semicolon. It is printing it, right? So the another way of creating a string is from character array. Okay, suppose if you have a character array and in string class we have a constructor that accepts the character array as an argument. While we are creating the object to a string class using the new keyword, you can pass that character array as an argument to that constructor, string constructor here. Okay, hello, yeah. So it is printing it, right? So these are the different ways of creating a string. If you look at this one, in the second and third options, we are using the new keyword, but in the first option, we are using the assignment operator. Okay. So what is the difference between the different ways of creating a string? Okay. That we will get to know more details now with different examples. Okay. So let me clear out everything from here. Till now, we are clear, right? We have seen what is a string and what are the different ways of creating a string. Now we are going into what is the difference between the different ways of creating a string. Okay, as we have seen the different ways, assignment operator and using the new keyword. Okay, now let us understand that concept with a program. Okay, let's write a program to compare two strings. Okay, suppose string s1, okay, and string s2 is equal to appdef. Both are created using assignment operator. Suppose if I want to compare whether these two strings are equal or not, then I can use s1 is equal to s2. Okay, then if both are same, this message will be printed. Else this message will be printed. Okay, Now let me run it. Yeah, same, right? Because we are having the same content in both the uh, variables s1 and s2. What happens internally, and what is the difference between the assignment operator string creation and the new keyword string creation? We will get to know in a moment. But what happens when you create a string using an assignment operator internally is like this. Suppose when you create a string using assignment operator, that string object will be looked up by the JVM whether the same data is available in the string constant pool or not. Okay, so string constant pool is a separate memory area that is available inside the heap memory itself. Okay, so whenever you are creating a string with the assignment operator, JVM looks up for any other string which is having any other object which is having the appdev string or the given string. Okay, if it is not available, then it creates an object in the string constant pool in the heap memory. Then it assigns the memory location. It will get a memory location to it, right? So that memory location will be stored in a reference variable, whatever you have given in your program, like this. Okay, so appdev will be stored in a string constant pool and its memory location will be given to a reference variable. Okay, and that reference variable will be pointing out this data, that this object that is present in string constant pool. Suppose if you are creating one more instance, one more string constant here like this, right? So as a principle, JVM is going to check whether the appdev is already there or not, right? As it is already there, what will happen? It is not going to create an object in the string constant pool like it has done earlier when it was not there. As it was already there now, it is not going to create it now. Instead, what it will do, uh, it will create just a reference variable. If it finds a match, right, the existing object, it will just create a reference variable and copies the reference number, what is there already, which is pointing out to the existing object, right? The same reference number will be pointed out into the new reference variable, and this new reference variable will also be pointing out this appdev. Okay, that is why when you compare s1 is equal to s2, right, it is not that data is being compared. Okay, it is that the data that is present in the s1 reference variable, which is the reference number, is being compared with s2 reference number. Okay, so both are same, as it is copied from s1 while the creation of s2 and pointing the s2 to the same existing object. The both are having the same reference number, right? So that's why we are getting s1 is equal to s2 as same. Okay, so when you use assignment operator, the data or the string will be created in string constant pool if at all it is not there already in the string constant pool. If it is there, then the same new reference, only the reference variable will be created, and the reference number, the existing reference number will be pointed out to the new reference variable, and the new reference variable will be pointing to the same existing object in the string constant pool. Okay, now let us understand the same program that by comparing the strings which are created by using new keyword. Okay, like this. Now what will happen, we will see. Let me run this program. See, not same, because even though your data is same here, right, s1 and s2 are not same because the way the strings are created in the heap memory is different now when you are using new keyword, when you are using just an assignment operator. Earlier it is all stored in the string constant pool, right? Now, where these objects are stored, why they are coming as different now? Earlier, they are all same. The S1 and S2 reference numbers are same. But the moment we converted our program to use new keyword to create strings with the same data object, then they are coming as different values. Why this different coming up now? Then we will understand with this slide. See, this is a string constant pool that is available in heap memory. Now I am creating an object that contains appdev using new keyword. Then what happens? It will not be created in the string constant pool. Rather, it will be created only in the heap memory. And its memory location will be stored in a reference variable, and that reference variable will be pointing out to the uh, object. Okay. Similarly, when you create a two variable, right, it will not again go to the string constant pool. It will not even check whether the same object available in the heap memory or not. It directly goes and creates another object, even though it is different or same or whatever it is the case, irrespective of the data matching condition. It is not going to check any data conditions, data comparisons. It is just going to create a new object, and a new reference number will be generated for that memory location, and that will be stored in the reference variable, and the same s2 reference variable will be pointing out to your object, new object. Okay, so s1 and s2 are having this different reference numbers, and those reference variables are pointing out to the different objects that are available in the heap memory, because JVM is going to create a new object every time you call new. It is not going to create an object in a string constant pool. Okay, that's why as S1 and S2 are having the different reference numbers, right? You are getting the not same as an output here like this. So I thought as the data is same, right, as the data is same, I'm going to get the value like this, the print statement, this will be printed by going into this condition. But as the equal to double equals operator, right, this is the comparison operator. So this comparison operator is only checking the reference numbers, not the data that is present in the strings, actual objects. So if you really want to compare the data that is present in the strings, not the reference variables, then you should not be using this double equals comparison operator. Instead, you have to use the equals method. Okay. Now let's see. Now it is same. So if you want to compare references, then you have to use double equals. If you want to compare the data that is pointed out by those references, then you have to use the equals method. That is the difference between S1 double equals S2, S1 dot equals of S2. Okay. Now we have seen the difference between how the strings are being created when you use the new keyword, when you use the assignment operator, and also we have seen the difference between S1 equals S2 and S1 dot equals of S2. Okay, now let us write one more program when again the same comparison condition. Okay, but one string is compared, one string is created using assignment operator, second string is created new keyword. Okay, let me revert this again. Now let me run this program. See, not same again. What happens? We will get to know the details of it here. See, the moment we create string s1 is equal to appdev, JVM goes and checks whether the object is already there or not in the string constant pool. As it is not there already, it is going to create it in the string constant pool. The object will be created and its reference number will be stored in a variable s1, and it is pointing out that object. Okay, the moment you say string s2 is equal to new string, right, now it is not going to check it in the string constant pool. Rather, it directly creates an object in the memory, heap memory, and the new reference variable will be created. Okay, So S2 will be there. S2 will be pointing out that new reference number, and that reference variable will be pointing out that new object. That's why as S1 and S2 are having the different reference numbers, you are getting not same here. String comparison is failing. It is just comparing the reference numbers, not the data in it. So even then, if you want to use to compare the data, not the reference numbers, you can use the equals method that is available on the string class. And now we are getting same. Okay. So let me go back to our agenda. We have seen, right, what is the difference between different ways of creating a string with detailed examples. Equal to operator or the assignment operator, how the string constant pool is coming into picture, how the data comparison conditions are being done when you do the string creation using the assignment operator, right? When you do the string creation using the new operator, new keyword, all those things we have seen it. Now we also have seen the difference between the comparison double equals operator and the equals function between two strings to compare two strings. Now we will go on to this topic, string interning. Okay, say for example, so in real world example, let me take a general example. Say for example, a student who is completing his graduation or post graduation, in the who is in the final year, right? He will be opted or he will be choosing some organization or any software company. Suppose if he is doing a if he is having a computer science background, right, he will be choosing a software company to do the internship in that company. So he is specifically looking for a specific location to be deployed on it onto it. Similarly, if a commerce graduate is looking for an internship, he will look for the organization who does the accountings, or he will look for an office who is a chartered accountant, right? So he will look for doing an internship at a specific location. So that is what the general concept of interning, right? We will be looking for a specific location. Similarly, string interning means we have to store string that is created by using new keyword. If you want that to be stored in the string constant pool, then you have to use the string interning technique. Generally, when you use string new keyword, right, like this, it will be created in the heap memory. We have seen it with an example, right, like this. When you use the new keyword, it will be created in the heap memory. But if you want that to be interned in a string constant pool, you have to use the string interning technique. What is that interning? That we will get to know with an example. How we can make a string, even though it is created by the new keyword, how we can make that object to be created in the constant pool. Okay, that we will see with an example now. Here we are having s2 is equal to new string, right? So I want this to be created rather than in the heap memory. I want this to be created in a constant pool. Then there is a method available in term. Okay. Earlier when I am calling s1 dot equals of s2, right? It was s1 dot equals of s2. Then it is showing. Okay, let me take this instead of equals. Let me use this comparison operator. Okay, let me comment this. Now we will see this by running it. They are not same because they are being compared against the reference numbers, right? Now what I'll do is I'm making the intern. I'm interning the string s2 and storing it in s3. Now what I'll compare it with using comparison operator between S1 and S3. Now let us see. They're same, because what happens the moment you do S2 dot intern, right? JVM again comes into the picture and checks whether the same string that is coming from the S2 from the input is already there in the string constant pool or not. Yes, it is there. Then the similar process again. The reference number of S1 will be copied into S3. S3 will be pointing out to the same object, which is already there in the string constant pool. So this way we are making S2 to be created in string constant pool by calling the intern method. Okay. If I call now S1 double equals S3, because they're having the same reference number, that's why we are getting the same as it is going into this if condition. Even if you call equals, right, it should be going into the same if condition. Same, right? So that's all about string interning. Okay. If you want a string data or an object, even though by using a new operator, if you want that to be created in the string constant pool, then you have to intern it. Okay, that is the concept of interning, making a string into a to be created in a string constant pool. That's all for today, guys. In the next video of this string concepts video series, we will check for. Okay, let me go there. Yeah, string interning also we covered it, right? Yeah, we will check for string immutability. We will check for couple of methods that are available in the java.lang.string class. Then we will move on to the string immutability concept in the next video. After that, we will have one more video about string buffer and string builder. Okay, with that, we will be completing the string concept video series. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you have any doubts, please mention it in the comments. I'll try to reply as soon as possible. If you like the video, please give it a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.